Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having the best day possible. Today we have the video, the answer to the question that nobody wanted to know, but we're gonna get anyway. That is, of course, Jonathan, Johnny Boy. Is he still non-binary? That is the burning question.
So about 2 weeks ago, I think we put up a video, I think it was Anna's Q&A with Edie, all about how Anna dealt with having a trans daughter. Someone left a comment and said, so Jonathan isn't non-binary anymore. In 2021, 2 years ago, I made a video on YouTube and I said I was coming out. People gave me a lot of stick for that because I didn't actually say in the video what my label was, who I identified as, what it was. I just basically put out a video saying I was going on this journey. This was the beginning. If you read my book, All My Friends Are Invisible.
Okay, John, now the reason you got a lot of stick for that particular video, and I remember it very, very well, is because you spent about a year teasing everybody. I'm going on this journey. There's a journey. What's the journey? We're going on this journey. I'm not going to tell you what the journey is, but there's this journey. Wait until this date and you'll find out what the journey is. And then finally, the day came along, you put out the video, and lo and behold, you didn't tell fuck all. You didn't tell anything about what it was you were talking about. You did a whole it's very cryptic. It was a very cryptic video and it told us nothing. And what you did say was, I've done a book, and if you want to find out what this journey is, you're gonna have to buy the book. That is why people were a little bit miffed about it at the time. It wasn't just that they were getting at you for being non-binary or being gay or being anything that you want to be. It's that they felt like you had taken the piss for a year.
You probably have a good understanding of my childhood and what I was trying to unpack. As a child, I never felt I had gender dysphoria. I was always happy with my penis as a man. I grew up in the 80s in Dublin, Catholic, conservative country. We didn't have access to the internet, we didn't have access to information like we have today. You know, there's cisgenders and then there's queer, but there's so much more. Me, in the 80s, I started to think, well, people always call me gay, so maybe I am gay, but that's confusing because I don't have sexual attraction to men. But then I don't feel like I'm all these things over here and all these things over there. So the first step on my journey of understanding who I am was to unbox all of my childhood trauma that had been locked inside my head for nearly 40 years, 30 years. When I was about 10 years old, I had this self-awareness moment when I decided that I was going to pretend to be someone else until the world was safer and better, where I could be myself.
Awkward. See, when you were 10 years old, you decided that you were going to be somebody else to make it easier and everything on yourself. According to your book, John, according to your book, your very own words, you were 3. You were 3 years old when you sat there in a classroom and you were talking to your imaginary friend or invisible friend. I don't know what else to say about that. You know, for those of you who've read the book, and I don't believe there's many, many haters haven't read the book anyway, but I have, and that kind of contradicts what you've just said.
I was in my 40s now, which is kind of like midlife, and I thought, I gotta figure this stuff out. Like, I can't just keep going the way I'm going. So I made that video, 2021, I put it up, and then I began writing the memoir. There was also quite a lot of noise from the internet, because at the same time, I was supporting Edie and having a trans daughter, and I was supporting her and kind of like saying to her, like, you know, you can be anything you want to be and don't be afraid. And then, you know, I was having these moments where I was sort of having these kind of midlifey feelings of trying to understand and unpick my trauma and open boxes that I had stored away.
Right, so one of the main reasons people have been upset with you, and it's nothing to do with the fact that you are this, that, or the other. Nobody really cares, I don't think. But one of the things is that you have used your child, who is trans, right? You've used her to sell your book, right? At the end of your little video thing, that you told us all about this journey you had gone on and everything else, and then at the end of it, I brought out a book, and here's my trans daughter come out to sell the book. Do you see where the problem lies? It's not that you are this, that, or the other. It's the fact that you brought her out to sell it for you. That is the long and short of it, why people are so upset.
And then I kind of had these like self-reflective moments with Edie when I thought, why I need to take my own advice. I need to take my own advice and figure out who the hell I am. And the first thing I did is I just made a big mess. I just started ripping things off, throwing things all over the place, saying things and talking about things, and just scattering everything, just pulling everything out of me. All these like hidden things that were inside of me, you know what I mean, the shame of how I dressed, how I thought, what I mind, just threw it all out and made a big old mess everywhere. And then, as time went on, as months went on, I was started to organize the things. Actually, this might have been relevant at one point in my life, but I've grown and I've changed, and I let this go, and I would let it go. And then there'll be another thing, I pick up another thing and think, God, why was I so afraid of this? Why had this so much control over me? Why did this give me so much fear? And I kind of just like, let it go. It's the 28th of August, 2021. Till we meet again, she said. As darkness fell on Domdy. And it stayed dark for 20 fucking years. Oh, Jesus. I'm so sorry.
Yep. You're forgiven. I'm sorry. I mean, his traumas are his traumas, okay? I'm genuinely not making fun of any of it. But what I'm doing is I'm explaining to him why people are upset. He actually made one book, 300 odd pages or so, and then what he did was, having sold that book, months down the line, he brought out a second version with one extra chapter, so that everyone has to go out and buy it again, just so that he could talk about. And guess who he had to talk about in that extra chapter? Edie, his trans daughter, because that was important. And another way of getting as much money out of her as possible, and out of the book as possible. It's just wrong. Everybody sees it. Anyway, this has been me, that's been him, and you have been you. And until next time, please give this video a massive thumbs up, because I appreciate it so much. Comment everything you want to comment down below, and subscribe to the channel, because we are here to take these people down. Until next time, have a lovely day. Bye bye.